Happy New Year, Westford! We've gotten a little snow so far, but will we have more in the second week of January? Giuseppe has the answer. Plus, we have miniature golf within the J.B. Fletcher Library, touring historical Ford Village landmark, the Affordable Care Act impacting Westford, and much more. From Nemnas to Parker Village, this is WestfordCAT News.
We begin today's news from Westford's youth robotics team, the Storm Gears. They had 5 teams in the U.S. First LEGO League Massachusetts Championship on December 19th, and one of those teams finished just short of a state championship. That team, the Blue Storm Gears, finished the tournament's lightning round in second place, with the Orange Storm Gears squad earning one of the top scores in the tournament's preliminary rounds. 86 teams qualified to enter the tournament, narrowed down from 440 First LEGO League teams across the state. The Storm Gears are no strangers to success, getting a team to the World Championships last season. As the First LEGO League teams prepare for next year, the high school level Storm Gears team will begin their U.S. first robotics season this month. To check out State Representative Jim Arciero's video with Blue Storm Gears, head to westfordcatnews.org/Blue Storm Gears.
On Christmas week, Westford Academy Principal Jim Antonelli came before the school committee with several items from his school's improvement plan. Antonelli's plan was the latest in a series of reviews on the key things needed to continue improving Westford schools. In his presentation, Antonelli provided a series of updates and ideas ranging from improvements in the school's Mandarin program to working towards televised basketball games in the future. The item that drew the most discussion was a requested new social worker position to help reduce student stress.
To do that, we've had 22 hospitalizations this year. 22. Some of these are repeat hospitalizations, same student, maybe more than once, but still an alarming number of hospitalizations. I was with our DCL sister schools a week ago, and we're no different than any of those communities. Newton South has certainly had its situations that have even dealt with suicides over the last couple of years. Acton-Boxborough had to have 16 students removed by ambulance during this school year. So the pressures, the academic pressures, the social pressures are much different than certainly when I was in high school. These kids are locked in 24/7 with social media, which adds another whole layer. So they have school, they have home, and they have social pressures. And some of those things we didn't see back, I know, when I was in high school. Okay?
Superintendent Bill Olson said the position may be filled if current faculty members leave during the year, a common occurrence that leaves funds available for staff positions. School committee member David Keel questioned the need for a new social worker, believing the issue is a cultural one.
And our policy is for the well-being of the kids. No, that's not how we're doing it. We're not having kids fry their brains before they're 18. We're not having kids who are suffering from anxiety issues. You know, I've wiped a tear off a cheek over an 89 before. Let's keep this, we got to keep it in perspective. Do we not have the ability or the charge to say, this is the policy? And yes, Mom and Dad, I know you want that, but if you want that, that's a private school.
Antonelli also presented a recommendation from the school department naming committee that the Navnasset School Gymnasium be named after former PE teacher Frank Bishop. Bishop taught physical education over 35 years in Westford. That request was unanimously approved by the school committee.
The Board of Selectmen also had one last meeting before Christmas, following up on a concern from Selectman Don Sirianni. In late November, Sirianni voiced concerns over the board going into executive session to discuss a contract related to the school department. As the school committee would be negotiating the contract and not the selectmen, Sirianni was unsure if the contract would meet requirements for executive session under state law. Selectman Kelly Ross indicated that the school committee asked the selectmen to add their input on the negotiations, and the board voted 4-1 to go into executive session on the topic, with Sirianni opposing. In the Christmas week meeting, the selectmen received a 6-page document from town council Greg Corbo, giving legal reasons why the selectmen did have the right to go into executive session. with the Assistant Attorney General's office providing no opinion one way or the other. Sirianni was grateful for the clarification and the discussion on the topic.
At our last opportunity to discuss this, I shared with the members of the board and with the public that all of the material in terms of results or findings from the Attorney General's office and the various courts that have looked at this have always emphasized the first responsibility of any public body is to do what's best for the public and look out for democracy. And I think that this board has really reflected the best spirit of all of that. So I do appreciate the opportunity to have it on the agenda for our last meeting and the input that I know our town manager sought and got. And so I think voters are being really well served. This is a very thoughtful process, and it's very helpful.
Westford Academy's winter sports season is now well underway, well, except for one team. We stopped by Westford Academy Athletic Director Dan Toomey's office on the first week of January. Here's his report.
Greetings from the Westford Academy Athletic Department. Dan Toomey here for a winter sports update. As we start to get into the middle of the winter season, the next 6 or 7 weeks really are the chunk of the winter sports season. So good luck to all the teams and student athletes competing. First, with the indoor track and field, they've been headed to the Reggie Lewis for league meets and sophomore, freshman meets, relays, so they've been certainly busy with their season. We also have gymnastics, who currently sit 2-1, undefeated in the league. They continue with their season here, and they have some home meets coming up at Westford Academy. So if you're interested in checking out a gymnastics meet, please come by and check it out here at the school. It's a nice venue for a meet. We also have swimming and diving, which right now continue to roll undefeated. Boys Division I defending state champs, and the girls finished third last year, but right now they're both undefeated with a lot of good meets coming up in January and early February, so good luck to the swimming and dive teams. Wrestling is about a 500 record right now. They've been in many meets already, including the Lowell Holidays at the Songus Arena. The team got to compete there and had several wrestlers move on to the second day, so congratulations to those wrestlers. And they'll really get into the middle of the thick of their league schedule moving forward in January and February. We also have Nordic and Alpine skiing, which have yet to get any races in. Hopefully the weather continues to improve for them with the colder temperatures and the snow required to get down the mountain, and at Weston Ski Track also for the Nordic, so they should be up and going next week with their first races. Girls ice hockey is certainly battling right now at 4-0-1 with a tie versus a very good Billerica team after Christmas, and most recently with a win over Central Catholic over at Cross School last weekend. So girls ice hockey is now will contend against some of the better opponents in the NBC DCL with Andover, Chelmsford, and AB coming up, so good luck to them. Boys ice hockey looking for the first win of the season, been in several games, continue to improve. We also have girls hoop and boys hoop. The girls hoop start off the season hot at 5-1. They most recently also won the Commonwealth Motors Christmas Classic at North Andover. A very nice basketball tournament that they beat Central Catholic in the championship game over Christmas break, so congratulations to the girls hoop. And boys hoop, who sits 4-3 right now after a very challenging opening game of the Greater Lowell Holiday IBO Lowell Spinners Christmas Tournament at Lowell Catholic. They lost a double OT heartbreaker to Lowell in the first round, but then picked up wins versus Bishop Girton and Chelmsford in the following game. So they currently sit 4-3. So good luck to them. And furthermore, as we move along in the winter season, make sure you're always following WA Grey Ghost on Twitter or the schedule off of wagrayghost.com for schedule updates with snow, ice, all the weather that we usually get in January and February. So thank you all for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.
For more on Westford Academy Athletics, follow WA Grey Ghosts on Twitter or head to wagrayghosts.com.
Just hours before the end of 2015, the J.V. Fletcher Library hosted an event that you might not expect when it comes to libraries, or winter for that matter. Our own Patty Stocker has more.
Miniature golf in December? Sure, it's possible if you bring the golf course indoors. And that's exactly what the J.V. Fletcher Library did over Christmas break, with a little help from mobile mini golf and a generous gift from the KDK Memorial Foundation.
Hi, I'm Ellen Rainville, the director of the J.V. Fletcher Library, and we're here today on December 30th celebrating New Year's Eve with a mini golf tournament that's laid out throughout the entire library. While we're usually thanking the Friends of the J.V. Fletcher Library Incorporated for their generosity for all of our programs and museum passes and special gifts, today we're thanking the KDK Foundation and patron Lee Kelly, who initiated a gift to us so that we could fund both mini golf in the library today and the Halloween storyteller that we had in October. So the library is really transformed today with water traps, sand traps, bumpers, holes-in-ones, and a number of young players who are testing their Jack Nicklaus skills here and learning just exactly how to play miniature golf within the library.
The designer of these mini mobile golf courses walked us through its setup.
I'm Joe Buckley, and I'm the owner of Mobile Mini Golf. I brought this on site to the Westford Library and set up as a community activity today. Looking forward to having a lot of kids turn out and enjoy the event. You can see that there are quite a few already set up down the hall. We have 10 holes today, and I have a couple upstairs that I would like to finish setting up. So if we want to pop up there, I'll show you how they go down. These two holes here, they go down really easy. They're all made out of this soft polyurethane foam, and they just fall right down, stick nicely to the carpet, and I can kind of configure them in any different direction that I want to.
Joe Buckley started this company as a side project about 5 years ago while working in human resources. It was used as an employee incentive and team building activity. It has since grown, and he now goes on the road setting up these courses he designed himself.
All right, this one's in pretty good shape. I think we'll leave it at that.
The KDK Memorial Foundation was created in honor of Kurt D. Kelly, formerly of Chelmsford and Westford, who was tragically killed in an auto accident in September of 2012. The fund began as a way to help offset the cost of youth hockey, but received such an outpouring of generosity and support that the foundation has expanded their scope to include supporting individual and community needs. This included providing the funds for the mini golf tournament at the J.V. Fletcher Library over winter break.
So we're having a lot of fun, and we have a great deal more that's going to be in our townwide mailing, which everyone will see in January. So we have a winter full of fun, festive events, and for adults, some serious events as well. So we invite all of you to come join us, you know, as we do unexpected and loud and fun things in our local library. And we hope that you'll all come join us for our programs, our book clubs, our story times, and all of our other wonderful events here.
For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stocker.
The school year is half over, and we stopped by Westford School Superintendent Bill Olson's office to check in. There are plenty of groups just beyond the school committee working on improving our schools, but don't take it from me. Here's Olson explaining what they're up to.
Hi, this is Superintendent of Schools Bill Olson with a school system update. At this point in the year, we are continuing with several committees. Our Educator Evaluation Subcommittee has drafted the staff survey that we will administer to the staff at the end of this year. This is a survey where the staff evaluate our administrators, including myself, and that's an important part of the evaluation process. I explained previously to you, maybe several months ago, that our students will be conducting and participating in a survey this year where they will be evaluating each of their teachers. And so it's part of an integral part of the educator evaluation model of the Department of Education. In addition to that committee on educator evaluation, we continue with the Food Allergies Committee, and we continue with our space utilization committee in terms of understanding where we are in terms of enrollment and the capacity of each of our buildings, elementary in particular, so that we know at some point in the future what decisions we need to make and when we need to make them about school facilities. There is nothing that is imminent at the present time, but we'll keep our eye on the enrollment trends over the next 2 to 3 years. This year, incidentally, there is a slight increase in enrollment over last year, so that it's very difficult to project a constant either increase or decrease in school enrollment. We also will begin this month in January the school calendar committee. That is a committee that will work to put together the calendar for the following school year, for the 2016-2017 school year. We just don't take a cookie cutter approach and do what we did the previous year. We try to look at what are the objectives we're trying to accomplish in the following school year and how best do we structure the calendar for that. It's Bill Olson. Look forward to seeing you next time.
For Superintendent Bill Olson's entire update, head to westfordcat.news.org/2016 Olson Mid-Year Update.
The Finance Committee continued its work examining the fiscal year 2017 budget during the first full week of January, taking a look at the Water Department, Technology Department, and Human Resources. HR Director Pam Hicks told the committee that healthcare costs went up in November by 7.83%. 2.75% of that increase was related to the Affordable Care Act that Blue Cross and Blue Shield will be passing on to the town. Hicks told the board that the nuances of the increase were so complex, even Blue Cross and Blue Shield reps could not fully explain them.
Blue Cross couldn't even explain it to us. They said that they're underwriters and it's I guess very complicated how they do it, but the gist of it is it was about 2% last year, it's about 2.75%, and there's different moving pieces to it. So some years, some piece of it may increase, and other years it may come down, but that may be replaced by another. So it's a tough one.
After hearing from all three departments, Town Manager Jody Ross shared the news that the projected price for the pending Boston Road Fire Station came in $4 million over budget. The Board of Selectmen will discuss the fire station topic at their January 26th meeting.
On January 4th, the Planning Board voted 4-0-0 to approve 2 special permits for signs on the upcoming Whole Foods location. A 4-by-52-foot sign on the front of the building didn't require a special permit on its own initially, but it did after the second sign put the total amount of square footage over 240 square feet. That amount of space and the type of building that houses the Whole Foods triggered a need for a special permit under Westford's zoning bylaws. The second special permit was for an illuminated sign facing toward Western Valley Marketplace 2. It'll be approximately 7 by 5 feet. The store is aiming to open in April. It'll be where the Market Basket once was on Littleton Road. To check out this meeting and much more in local government coverage, check out WestfordCAT.org.
Winter's only just begun, and we've seen some snow, but will we see more? Joe Seppi has the answer. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, Westford. This is Joe Seppi with the weather forecast for the third week of January. Today, reminder that students have no school on Monday and Tuesday this week due to Martin Luther King holiday and a Teacher Professional Development Day. Here's what's coming up. On Monday, there will be a mixture of sunshine and clouds. The high will be around 22 degrees and the low will be a chilly 9 degrees. On Tuesday, it will be mainly sunny during the day. The high will be 25 degrees, the low will be around 12 degrees. On Wednesday, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 26 degrees and a low of 11 degrees. The sun will be shining again on Thursday. The high will be around 30 degrees and low around 14 degrees. On Friday, it will be partly cloudy during the day with the possibility of a few snow showers at night. The high will be around 34 degrees and the low around 21 degrees. And that is much weather. Have a great week, everyone.
Thanks, Joe. And don't forget, you can check out Joe's forecast every week on WestfordCatNews.org.
Regardless of what the weather will be, it's always a good time to get healthy, and Rekha Sharma can help. Here she is with another health tip.
Hello everyone, I am Rekha Sharma back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Today I am going to talk about bell peppers. Bell pepper is low in calories. It is a rich source of vitamin A, B6, C, and E. It helps to maintain a healthy nervous system. It is rich in carotenoids, flavonoids, and antioxidants. It is anti-inflammatory, anti-cancerous because of the presence of sulfur in it. It also helps to reduce your bad cholesterol. It helps to reduce cataract and macular degeneration because of the presence of enzyme lutein in it. So add some bell pepper to your salads, to your vegetables to get the benefits. Bye for now.
Instead of our regularly scheduled town manager's update, we go to Assistant Town Manager John Mangiarotti for a special look at one of Westford's historic landmarks, the Town Farm Building.
Hi, I'm John Mangiarotti. I'm the Assistant Town Manager, and I'm here with you today at the Town Farm Building. This building was built in 1837. It served originally as the poor farm for the community until about 1959. This building was studied recently in our facilities study, and serious concerns were raised about the condition and some of the other capital improvements that are required for the town to maintain this facility. And so the selectmen appointed a task force earlier in 2015 to look at what the long-term plan should be for this building. Ultimately, the task force voted to recommend to the selectmen that this building be sold to a private party with a historic deed restriction placed on the building to preserve its historic significance. There are other buildings that are part of the town farm complex that were also studied by the task force, which include the storage barns that were formerly used by the school department and storage that's currently used by the fire department. The condition of those is also pretty bad, so the task force recommended that one of them be torn down and that the other one be improved and used for town storage. All of these recommendations rely on one thing happening first, which is the Recreation Department finding a new place for their offices. Once that happens, which we hope will be sometime in 2016, all of these recommendations can be further considered by the selectmen, and at that time funding will be appropriated if necessary to take these actions. One of the features that makes this building significant are the 9x6 double hung windows with the stone lintels. These windows are historically significant, and the town meeting earlier a few years ago actually appropriated funding from the Community Preservation Act funds to restore and rehabilitate those windows. That project has been put on hold until the town ultimately decides what's going to happen with this building, but saving those windows is a priority in some form or fashion. The town of Westford bought the farm from John Reed in 1824 for use as a poor farm, and the former farmhouse on the site was replaced with the current building that you see here in 1837. It's made of brick, it was built by Daniel Hartwell, and it's one of only 5 or 6 buildings like this that were built in Massachusetts that's still standing today.
We'll check out the inside of the building with Westford Recreation Department Director Pat Savage in the next edition of WestfordCAT News.
It's a new year, and that means new calendars to fill up with events coming up over the next few weeks. And to help us out, here's Emily Benson of the Fashion Truck and the Westford Savor and Style Food Truck Festival. Take it away, Emily.
All right, guys, do you need something for your kids to do this February vacation? Well, Creation Station has exactly what you need. Everyone's been talking about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And Creation Station on Park Drive has 3 STEM classes coming up this February for vacation. The first class is a robotics program where students can program Lego kits to solve tasks. The second is a class where kids can learn about circuits. And third is a seminar all about the basics of 3D printers. Now that gets me excited. Remember, these classes are during February break, so that means Monday the 15th through Friday the 19th. If you need more information, feel free to head over to Creation Station's website at creationstationma.com. All right, next up is the Westford Chorus. Those crazy cats are having 2 concerts highlighting the music of the 40s. The only problem is that they couldn't pick just one 40s. So their program includes music composed in the 1640s, 1740s, 1840s, and 1940s, ranging from classical compositions all the way to Broadway show tunes. Sounds pretty fun, huh? So guys, catch this first performance at the All Saints Episcopal Church in Chelmsford on Saturday, January 30th at 7:30 p.m. And then the next day, maybe you'll go to both, follow them over to Groton at the Union Congregational Church. So that's Sunday, January 31st, and that show will start at 3 p.m. Okay, so has anyone out there heard of juicing? Okay, maybe not. So listen, Road and Bush has you covered. They are going to have a class entitled Fresh Starts for 2016. It's going to talk all about how to maximize nutrients within fruits and vegetables through juicing. It's a 90-minute seminar, and it's going to be at the Community Center on Wednesday, January 20th at 6:30. And guess what? It only costs $33 for Westford residents, so sign up today. All right, so are you into silent movies? I heard they're pretty fun. Well, listen, Cameron Senior Center is going to help you head back to the early days of cinema as piano player Richard Hughes provides the soundtrack to a variety of silent films. This event is taking place on Friday, January 29th at 1 p.m. So get out of your house, sign up. If you need more information, call 978-692-5523. All right, who out there has 7th graders? Westford Against Substance Abuse has an event for them. Awesome, right? They are holding a teen center over at the Blanchard Middle School. It's going to be a really fun event. It's designed to provide a fun and safe way for your 7th graders to be able to socialize with each other. And they're going to have some cool things happening. A DJ, they're going to do some karaoke, board games, basketball, floor hockey. It's going to be a heck of a time. So, when is this happening? Good question. January 22nd at 7 p.m., like I said, at the Blanchard Middle School. If you have any questions about it or want to learn more, you can email Nicole Keefe. Her email is nkeefe@westfordk12.us. So get out of the house this winter and go to some of these events, guys. We'll see you there. Have a great night.
Thanks for joining us in our first show of 2016. We leave you with some footage as work remediation efforts began at 12 North Main Street in Graniteville. See you next time, Westford.